Hey everybody, my name is Bernie and today we're going to be talking about why general succulent care sucks, especially if you live in Las Vegas. Has anyone that you've ever known ever given you a succulent or gifted you a succulent? Or have you yourself gone to the store and gone to the succulent section and saw all the cute fat plants and bought yourself one? Just because they were super cute and super fat and super colorful, and you're like, yes, I get to take one of these home and they get to live with me and be all cute and stuff. I get to have a cute plant with me. And then you take it home and then it starts to look different, it starts to look sad, it starts to look funny, it starts to look like it might be dying. And then you go online and you try to find solutions to your sad succulent problem, but kept on coming up with like all these general blogs that don't apply to your situation and what's happening. I noticed that when I started looking up general succulent care, it wasn't as helpful as I would have liked it to be. So to me, it made sense for, as a beginner, like not knowing where to look, not knowing like the best kinds of resources for succulents, especially in Las Vegas. I don't think I have any. I think I threw all the tags away.
Shit.
Not even one. Not even one. That's how much I don't like general succulent care. The only reason why I'll keep a tag is for the name. But anyways, and I listened to them, and I fucked up because I shouldn't have listened. But I didn't know any better. It makes sense why they weren't as helpful in the first place. So today, the point of this video is for me to talk to new succulent beginners, especially if you are living in Vegas and you don't know the heat, or you aren't aware of how succulents and Las Vegas go hand in hand. Basically, the point of this video is for me to help new succulent beginners that live in Las Vegas and help them understand why general succulent care doesn't work when you live out in the desert, aka Las Vegas, aka we're gonna get into why general succulent care sucks. Okay, so here it is. This is the reason why general succulent care sucks, and it took me 5 minutes to get here, but it sucks for us in Las Vegas because it's not specific enough, alright? The general care instructions are way too broad, and they don't consider everyone's needs and situations, especially out here in the desert, okay? And this is a big problem because there's so many factors when it comes to caring for your plant. Someone who is super new at collecting succulents might not know that there's so many different factors. Like, they might not know that climate matters, or the amount of sun, or even how much sun, or the type of sun, the type of water, how much water, type of soil, what to put in your soil, all of it. They might not know that stuff. To add another factor on top of that, like someone that's new to succulents, that just moved to Vegas, might not know the weather, in terms of living in the weather. And they might not know the extremes in which Vegas is, or whatever, in temperature. When you think of Vegas, it's like, oh, desert, yeah, it's hot as fuck, but that's only well, not only, because oh my god. Anyways, that's only the summer part of the year, because there's the winter part of the year that can get pretty cold. Anyways, the most important thing that a new succulent care beginner might not know about taking care of succulents in Las Vegas is that where you live can drastically affect how general succulent care can help or harm you. And then another thing is that general succulent care is meant for the general population. Generalized succulent care doesn't cater specifically to the people of Las Vegas, essentially. General succulent care is made for the purpose of giving information to the people who generally buy succulents, which is so like vast and wide. Basically, general succulent care does not cater to the people of Las Vegas. It caters to the general population that buys succulents, if that makes sense. So it's like wherever you are, generally, they're gonna need a dry soil, like a dry medium. Or generally, you're gonna have to dry between watering. Generally, they're gonna need 6+ hours of sun. But stop right there. Hold up before you do that. To give you a better example of why general succulent care sucks in Las Vegas, I'm gonna use an example. I'm gonna use an example. So let's say we have two people, Sam and Jesse. Sam lives in Las Vegas and Jesse lives in San Diego. If you've been to either place, you'd know that their climates and environments are generally pretty different. Where San Diego's climate is a lot more temperate, and where Las Vegas throughout the year can shift to extreme temperatures, especially summer and winter. San Diego's a lot more humid. Vegas is dry as shit. San Diego is a beach town and Las Vegas sits next to Death Valley. The reason why I'm talking about all this is because care-wise, if they were to both go to big box stores like Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, or even IKEA or something like that, I don't know, both of their plants would, I guess, react differently to the care instructions. I wish I had an example. I do. Okay, perfect. Oh my god, I'm so happy I found it. Here's some, oh my god, this is like literally the perfect general succulent care thing. Alright, this is from Lowe's. Okay, where was I? Okay, let's say Sam and Jesse were to listen to these instructions. Sam living in Las Vegas, Jesse living in San Diego. Let me just show it to you real quick. Jesus. That's what that looks like. And then these are the instructions. Oh, these are the instructions. Okay, so light. Bright light. Okay. Which, yes, I agree with completely. Bright light is good. But bright light, the kind of bright light in Las Vegas is gonna fuck your succulents up if they're not acclimated. Lots of factors. So, you know, that's one difference to take into consideration. Water, when dry. Okay, bitch, like, what's dry? Like, is it dry to the touch? And even if it's dry to the touch, it could still be wet. Like, under, dry fully, like, not specific enough. How the fuck are you supposed to know? I didn't. I had no clue. I know you can go online and figure things out, but we'll get to that in the next bit. I'll flow into it. I'll talk about it eventually. Drought tolerant when established, alright. But at the same time, like, it still needs water. Needs well-draining soil, sure. Water when soil's dry to the touch, but even if it's dry to the touch, like, what if, like, under it might not be all the way dry, so, like, how am I supposed to know? Do I pick it up and do the weight test? Do I just, like, you know, like, stick my finger? Like, how am I supposed to know? I don't know. I'm a beginner. Like, at this point, I'm just like, none of this shit makes sense. So basically, to end it, because I'm babbling and I'm talking a lot, Jesus Christ, there's a whole bunch of things to factor when it comes to taking care of succulents. I hope it helps explain why general succulent care would suck in Las Vegas.
Our sun's hotspot. It's just extreme out here. It's extreme. You gotta be careful.
Especially if you're a noob, like, especially if you're super new like me, not just in terms of taking care of succulents, but living out in the desert. I fucked up so many times, but it's okay because now I know a lot about succulents, and everything that I know I want to share with you. Speaking of which, in my next video, I'll be talking about how to find the best succulent care information if you're living in Las Vegas. All right. So thanks everyone for being here. Thanks for watching my first video. Please subscribe if you want more of this content. Leave a comment if you liked it. Share with your other succulent Vegas friends, please. I'm trying to find you guys. Like, we're out here. Let's go. Go on. Okay, bye.